Self-love, and more self-love. What's up, 23% Nation? It's your boy, Coach D. And guys, I'm back with a brand new video series that is entitled How to Love Yourself. That's right, guys. Today, we're going to talk about how to show the number one person in your life, that's right, you, how to show yourself a little more love. Now, to be 150% honest with you, I'm not exactly sure how many different videos will be a part of this particular video series, but what I can do is introduce you to part one. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and dive right on in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the who, the when, the why, and the how, I first want to let you know that this whole topic has been inspired by two, shall we say, entities. The first of which is day 4 of the 23% challenge. Now, guys, let's remember, day 4 of the 23% challenge is Love Day. That's right. So just as a quick reminder, I want to let you guys know that for Love Day, you're supposed to perform 2 acts of love. Number 1 is a random act of kindness, and then number 2 is an act of self-love. Now, my other inspiration definitely comes from one of my personal spiritual counselors. His name is Infinite Waters. So guys, if you haven't heard of him, please check him out. He's on YouTube, has a massive following, and is definitely a righteous brother. So let's now dive deep. All right, before we talk all about self-love and how to do it and when to do it, I thought it would be necessary for us to go over a formal definition for self-love. That way we can truly understand what this concept really means. So here we go. What is self-love? It is the instinct by which one's actions, thoughts, and words are directed to the promotion of one's own well-being. Wow. Now that's a powerful, powerful statement. So if we look at the word instinct, right, guys, do you really know what your instincts are? Do you know where they come from? Well, an instinct is anything that is innate. Basically, instincts are programming that humans naturally come with. We don't necessarily have to be taught. They aren't necessarily learned. It is just innate behaviors that we're simply born with. So if we think about it that way, it's suffice for us to say that self-love is a type of programming that we are simply born with. Now, unfortunately, as we grow older and we have different types of experiences, our level of self-love, it may go up, it may stay the same, or it may go down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my objective here today is to help you and myself, of course, improve our level of self-love. That's right. And so we're going to accomplish this by changing our actions, by changing our thoughts, and also by changing our words. So I hope that helps you clear the deck just a little bit. Continuing on. All right. So I want to get into my first tip as to how to improve our level of self-love. Well, guys, it's very simple. All you have to do is do something that you really love to do. Okay? Believe it or not, 23% Nation, it is just that simple. Do something you love to do. So now the question is, what do you love to do? Well, do you enjoy exercising? Guess what? Exercise more. Do you enjoy reading? Do you love writing? Do you love making your own videos? Do you enjoy building things? Or maybe you're good with your hands, so maybe you like to design things, or maybe you just like to put things together. Or let's maybe think about a hobby that we have. Maybe you enjoy stamp collecting or collecting coins. I don't know what it is you love to do. I know what I love to do, okay? But believe it or not, doing what you love to do is taking one step in the direction of loving yourself more. So let's go ahead and figure out what it is we really, really love to do. Now, for me, guys, it's exercise. I love to work out, right? I also really enjoy making videos, okay? In order to help, shall we say, perpetuate the human species, of course, in a positive way. But ladies and gentlemen, tip number one for self-love or for developing more self-love is to start doing things that you really enjoy, or shall we say really love doing. So whether it's exercising, reading, writing, making videos, uh, spending more time with your family members, spending more time with friends, or just simply immersing yourself in your favorite hobby, then by golly, do that. So just by doing what you love will definitely help elevate your own level of self-love. All right, part two. So some of you may be thinking, all right, Coach D, I get it. You want me to do something that I love, but I still have a few questions because I'm a little uncertain. How often should I do it? How long should it last? And with whom should I do it with? Well, when it comes to how often, well, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is strictly up to you. The question is, how often do you want to love yourself? Is it once a day? Is it once a week? Once a month? Once a year? I'll leave that up to you. But when it comes to me, Coach D, guys, I do it all day, every day. That's right. Because for me, nobody is more important than me. Now, when it comes to how long, guys, if we reflect back to the 23% challenge, day 4, love day, I always recommend that you give yourself at least 1 hour to yourself. That's right, guys. You are truly worth at least an hour of your time. Trust me, we give our time away too easily, whether it's to a job, whether it's to our college classes, whether it's to other people that are in our lives, or whether it's to electronic devices such as our computers and our cell phones. But guys, when it comes to how long you should spend during your activities of self-love, ultimately the decision is yours, but I always recommend that you dedicate at least 1 full hour to doing something that you truly, truly love. So if you love reading, read for an hour. If you enjoy writing, write for an hour. If you enjoy making videos, make videos that last an hour. Well, maybe not an hour, but maybe you can make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in 1 hour. Who knows? Okay, but I believe that you get the idea. And my last little tidbit, as far as doing something that you love to do, is with whom should I do it with? Well, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the only person that can love you the way in which you ought to be loved is you. Okay? So when it comes to you doing these particular exercises with someone, I'm going to recommend 2 things, maybe 3 things. Number 1, try doing it alone. That's right, guys. Become comfortable with being by yourself. In other words, become comfortable with the person that you aspire to be like. Now, if you're the type of person who has to have someone with you every step of the way, then make sure that that individual, whether it's a man or a woman, older, younger, doesn't really matter, just make sure that that person or a group of people support you in whatever it is you want to do. Please, this is not an opportunity for you to spend your time around people who want you to do things in which they want to do, right? And I will also warn you against spending this particular hour with someone who's going to offer any type of criticism and or judgment or place any type of demands and or expectations on your time as well. So when it's all said and done, it's probably best that you spend this hour by yourself. But if you can't, remember, spend your time with people who will support you and with people who will motivate you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for you today. So of course, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, please subscribe, write me a comment, and check it out. In order for you to write a comment, I have a question. So here we go. Question of the day. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen, 23% Nation. I know you guys are on tap, so check it out. Here's our question. How do you define self-love? Now, I've already given my definition, but I want to hear from you. That's right, Coach D has an inquiring mind, so here's our question of the day once again. How do you define self-love? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Coach D of the 23% Challenge. Always remember, be blessed, be well, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you. Take care and get ready for part 2.